Hi guys, welcome back to Kelly's Chaos. I had my infusion on Friday, so I wanted to give you that update, and I am feeling a lot better. Still getting a little tired in the afternoon, but my energy throughout the day has been so much better since Sunday, and my balance has been so much better. So I'm gonna have a video up on how, kind of a day in the life with my infusion. But tonight, since I'm feeling better and I have some motivation and I haven't really done a lot of cooking, I have, but I haven't. Jim and Sadie, I mean, we've kind of been working together as a family, and they've just been an amazing support system. So, but tonight I have leftover chili lime carnitas in the AIP recipe. I did not do the recipe to show you guys, but I will. But that is leftovers that we had. I put it in the crock pot Friday morning before I left for my infusion, and so it cooked all day, and Jim shredded it Friday night, and we had it for dinner. So it makes a ton because I used 2 pork butts to make it. I cut them into chunks and everything. So I always have leftovers, and I love making enchiladas, and I usually make chicken enchiladas. But the last time I'm like, you know what, I have so much carnita meat left over, I'm going to do it with that, and it was amazing. So that is going to be the recipe tonight, and I have everything prepped. Obviously the meat's done. I already shredded the cheese. So this is a block of cheese and a little bit. We had probably about a quarter left maybe, and I went ahead and shredded that too. And I like to use the old El Paso. It is the mild. If you can see that, I'm sorry if you can't. It's right up in here where it says mild. Las Palmas is a good brand too if you're on the West Coast. And I apparently cannot read ounces. So we have the small cans, and I have 4 of them, which should be enough because the meat's already cooked. So it's basically to flavor it and to get with the tortillas and everything. So I have that, and then I have my white corn tortillas. You can use yellow, you can use flour, you can use whatever you want. With the carnitas, it tastes a little bit better with the corn, but like I said, you could use yellow or you could use white. So I just happen to have white corn tortillas, so that's what I'm going to use today. And I'm going to preheat my oven to 350, which is just bake and start. And now we're going to assemble it. So I'm going to adjust the camera so you guys can see. It is such a super easy recipe, and it bakes for about an hour just to get everything incorporated and just melted through because it's the cheese and the meat and everything else. So it is so yummy. So I have a 9x13. This is a Pyrex. It's a deep dish Pyrex dish. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I have my little thing, my can opener. I'm so good at forgetting words nowadays. So I'm going to open the cans here. The next thing that I'm going to look at getting is a can opener to kind of, I'm okay right now being able to do my hands and everything, but sometimes not so much. So my latest symptom is randomly holding on to something and my hand opening. If it's tightly around something, it's fine. But if it has an angle like this, it'll just kind of go like that, and I've dropped a couple of things. So that's been fun. But other than that, I have been doing really good. So I'm very excited about that. Finally got the infusion. The nurse was so awesome. I hadn't had her the last couple times that I went because this was my first full infusion. The last time was my first one, and I had to split it between 2 weeks. So, and I'm going to take plate so I can just get rid of the lids and not make a mess. But this recipe is so easy. That one was a little messy. So, and what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the sauce and pour it in. And I'm going to take just a little spatula and spread it around. So I'm just putting the sauce on the bottom. And then I take 6 tortillas and I just layer them over each other. Like that. So you can see that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit more sauce. The first layer is where you want kind of the sauce because you want everything to mix in. And I'm just going to take my spatula, wet the tortillas, and then I'm going to take our meat. And you can do one of two things. You can either, I'm trying to get my handy dandy. You can take and heat this up. To be able to, get it out easier. But I knew it was going to go in the oven, so I didn't think of doing that. But you just you just put the shredded meat over. And you can add as much meat or as little meat as you want. And the same if you have it with chicken, it's the same setup. And you can see that. And now I'm going to put a layer of cheese. And then I'm going to take 6 more tortillas. And I'll probably get this layer and one more layer. And then I'm going to do the sauce. Take my spatula and make sure that my tortillas are covered. And this is really no real measurement because I've cooked it long enough, but these are 10-ounce cans, and so far I've used 1. And now we're going to do another layer of the meat. And like I said, you can heat this up to be a little bit easier to put in, but I knew it was going to go in the oven, and my husband and daughter are not quite home yet because she had some band practice tonight. So by the time they get home, it will be ready to go. But I mean, this is such an easy recipe. So I got the meat. And you don't have to cover every inch of it because the meat will heat up, the cheese will melt, so it will incorporate really, really good together. All right, and now I'm going to do another layer of tortillas. more sauce. Let me see how this does. I'll probably do some more sauce. Yeah, I'm going to do some more sauce. So this is the third can. And I'm going to do the last layer of meat. This, you will definitely have leftovers with this. Which will make my husband happy because he loves this. So I'm actually going to use the rest of the meat because I do like to kind of make it hearty. Get all the meat out of there. And just kind of break it up a little bit, get it spread around. Because like I said, it's going to heat up in the oven because you bake it for about an hour to incorporate everything. And I'm going to do just another little layer of cheese because we're going to top it with cheese as well. So it's basically, like I said, one 16-ounce thing of cheese. So, and now I'm going to top it with another 6 tortillas. So this is what it's looking like. I don't know if you can see that. You can see the layers and everything. So now I'm going to see if I need to put the other can, which I probably will, just to make sure it's saucy. So I mean, this is kind of like making a Mexican lasagna. So I used 4 10-ounce cans. Usually I have the big can, but like I said, apparently I did not pay attention to my ounces. So, and now the cheese is going to go on top. And if you hear little patters of feet, that's the dogs, because it's cheese. They know that there's cheese being had. They're in here with me. Saying, you know, do that to Sadie, they do it to Jim. They're always in here if they know that there's cheese being made. Usually there's a little bit more cheese on top, but I'm not going to open another thing of cheese. So, and look at that. And it's all ready to go in the oven. All right, and now I'm going to set a timer. So it's in the oven for an hour, and I will show you how it looks like when it's all ready. It is such an easy recipe. It is so yummy. And like I said, it's, if you prep everything on the weekend, if you have leftover shredded chicken, like I did with the carnitas, you can even do cheese enchiladas if you want to, but we always have some kind of meat, and it's such an easy recipe to just throw in the oven. You could even make this ahead of time and just put it in the oven, and if your dish is cold, if you put it in the oven and start it, it'll heat the dish up at the same time, but you never want to put a cold dish in a hot oven. It will crack and break your dish. You never ever want to do that. So, but I will show you what it looks like in an hour. All right, guys, I'm back. It's been an hour, and the enchilada bake is all ready. So like I said, it was the chili and lime carnitas that I made Friday night, and I had leftovers, so I made them into an enchilada casserole. So it's the chili and lime carnitas enchiladas. So I'm going to take them out of the oven so you guys can see how yummy they look. Oh, hot, hot, hot. So that was 3 layers of the tortillas, the cheese, the carnitas, and I used 4 10-ounce cans of the enchilada sauce. Once again, it was the Old El Paso sauce, but you can use Las Palmas, La Victoria, whatever enchilada sauce that you like, which you prefer, because they will all work. I actually miss Las Palmas, but we can't get that where we're at. So that was a West Coast thing, apparently. So, but like I said, I used 4 10-ounce cans of enchilada sauce, which, once again, I miscalculated my ounces. So normally I would get 2 large cans or a large can and a little can. So you can kind of just figure out what works for you if you like it really saucy, a little bit more dry. But this is the recipe. And I'm going to show it to you again. See all the cheese and how yummy that looks. You can see the layers. So I'm going to let it cool for a few minutes because you definitely want it to kind of set up, because just like macaroni and cheese or enchilada, or lasagna, you want it to set up for a few minutes before diving in. So, but I wanted to show you that, and just thanks for being here, and remember, today's a good day to have a good day, and be blessed. I'm grateful and thankful that you are here. Please, if you have any questions or you want any other ideas, please let me know. If you want this recipe, I'll let you know. Like I said, it's just kind of thrown together because I've done this for years, but I could definitely, write a recipe if I need to. But like I said, it was 6 tortillas, 3 layers, 16 ounces plus about a quarter of cheddar cheese. The meat, you could use chicken. I use the carnitas. You could do cheese if you don't want any meat, and then the sauce, and then I baked it for an hour at 350. So that's how easy it is, and it's a really, really good recipe, and we'll definitely have leftovers, but it's kind of cold here right now, so it's going to be kind of a good recipe to have tonight. So, but I want to thank you guys for being here, and I'm excited. I've actually have more people who have subscribed to my channel, so please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notifications, because I do a video every week. I missed my video yesterday just because of recovering from my infusion and everything. So, but here's my video for yesterday. So, and I'll have another one coming up this Sunday. So I got stuff to do chicken tikka masala, so I might show that one too, because that's one of our favorites as well. So everything with the carnitas is the AIP that I told you guys about, but adding in the enchilada sauce, that brings in chili powder and the chilies into it. So if you are really staying focused on the AIP, be mindful of that. So, but thank you guys. Have an amazing day. Have a blessed day. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. And once again, this is a community, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.